case statement. Then case statement. So what for case statement? Okay, then the case statement is used to implement if else. So if else conditions in SQL queries. Okay, then using case statement, we can return values based on conditions. Okay, using case statement, we can return the values based on the conditions. So if this condition true, return this. If this condition true, return this. So you want to return the values based on condition, then use case statement. And case statements are two types. One is simple case. The second one, searched case. Then. So there are two types. One is simple, another one search. So when we use simple case when conditions based on equal to operator. Use searched case when conditions not based on equal to. Conditions based on equal to, then use simple case. Conditions not based on equal to, maybe conditions based on greater than, less than. So then that case use searched case. Okay. That. So first one, simple case. Simple case. So use simple case when conditions based on equal to operator. Okay. Then how to use simple case? What is the syntax is? Case, here you write what? Column name. Otherwise you can write any expression. When value 1, then return expression 1. When value 2, return expression 2. When value 3, return expression 3. Else return expression. Okay. Then. So next. N. So this is the syntax of simple case. Case, your case contains column name. Okay. Then case contains column name. Okay. Next one, when. So when contains value. How this case statement works? If this is equal to value 1, whatever expression you write, if this expression is equal to value 1, case statement return this expression. If this expression equal to value 2, case statement return this. If this expression is equal to value 3, case statement return this. If it is not equal to value 1, value 2, value 3, case statement returns else expression. Okay, then. So if it is equal to value 1, case statement return this one. If this is equal to value 2, case statement return this. If it is equal to value 3, case statement return this. If not equal to value 1, value 2, value 3, case statement returns what? Else expression. Okay. Now, let's take one example. Example 1. Okay. Then. So suppose what I want to show employee name, job. Okay. Then I want to show the name and job. Like suppose examples. Tables contains what? Gender. But in gender, they store MF. In database, they store MF. But in output, users, they don't like to see MF. They like to see male, female. Okay. Instead of they don't like to see MF. They don't like to see the codes. They like to see the text. So instead of showing MF, they want to see male, female. So if gender equal to M, then display male. If gender equals to F, display female. Okay, so that case is useful. Okay, now see, how you store the data is not important for users. In database, how you are storing is not important for users. How you present the data is important. How you show the data is important, but how you store is not important. Okay. So here also then, but in table, if you see the table, in table, they are storing jobs then. But what are the jobs in table? Clerk, salesman, manager, like this, analyst. So the jobs are like this. But I don't want to display the database value. I want to display my own value. If job equals to clerk, display workers. If job equals to clerk, display workers. If job equal to, suppose say, salesman, I want to show executive. If job is manager, I want to show, okay, boss. Then suppose else I want to show employee, something like this. If job is clerk, I want to show workers. If job is salesman, I want to show executive. If job is manager, I want to show boss. Else I want to show employee. So I don't want to show the database values. I want to show my own values. And displaying the job is based on conditions. If job is clerk, display worker. Job is salesman, display executive. So if displaying the values based on condition, then use case statement. Okay. Now, how to write the query? Select what? E-name. Next one. I want to show the job, but job is based on conditions. Then use case statement. Job. Case job. When clerk. When clerk. Then what? That means if job equal to clerk, what do you want to display? I want to display worker. Next one. When what? When salesman. That means if job equal to salesman, what do you want to display? Just follow the syntax. Case column name. My condition based on job. So case job. Next one. When value. So then value is clerk. That means what is the meaning? If job equals to clerk, case statement returns worker. If job equal to salesman, case statement returns, I want to return executive. Then when manager, then what? Then boss. Next one. Else what? So if job is clerk, worker. If job is salesman, executive. If job is manager, boss. Else what do you want to return? Employee. Next. Every case statement should end with what? End. From EMP. The case statement ends with end. Okay. So you go to the first one. What is the job of this employee? Clerk. So your job is clerk? Yes. Condition true. Then case statement returns worker. Go to the next one. What is the job? Salesman. The job is clerk? No. Job is salesman? Yes. Then case statement returns executive. Next one. Manager. Here. Job is clerk? No. Job is salesman? No. Manager? Yes. Returns what? Boss. Okay. Then. So you run this query. Then execute this query. Then you see this. So it is showing worker because the first employee is clerk, returns worker. Second employee is salesman, executive. Salesman, executive. Boss. Like this. Then. But it is showing the no column name. So I want to change the heading. To change the heading, you have to say as job. Then. So heading is changed to job. That's all. This is where case is useful. Okay, na? So displaying the values based on conditions. Then. No. Next. Here in this example, we are calling the case statement in select query. Not only select query, you can use it in update query. Wherever you want, you can use. Okay, then suppose that increment employee salaries as follows. Increment salaries as follows. Then if employee belongs to 10th department, increment salary by 10%. If employee belongs to 20th, increment salary by 15%. If employee belongs to 30th, increment salary by 20%. Others, increment salary by 5%. So I want to increment the salaries based on these conditions. Okay, if department is 10, salary should be incremented by 10%. Department is 20, increment by 15. Department is 30, increment by 20. Others, 5%. Then what? Okay. So here also incrementing salaries based on conditions, then use case statement. But where you have to call the case statement? Okay. So previous is asking to display. So then that's why I'm calling the case statement in select, because he's asking to display the data. So over the query to display the data, select. But he's not asking to display, he's asking to increment salaries. So what the command is? So what command we use to increment salary?
Where?
What command we use? Huh? What is the command we use to increment salary? Okay, then.
Modify. Update.
Yeah, command is update. Yes, update. Update. Okay, then. So to change the values, if you want to change the values in table, command is update.
Yeah.
Update. Then table name. So which table you want to update? EMP set. Which column you want to update? Is asking to increment salary. Is asking to update the salary. Salary. But salary should be updated with how much? Salary should be updated with 10% or 15 or 20 or 5 or depends on the department number. The sal should be updated with how much depends on the department number. Then use case statement. Case what? Department number. Case department number. When 10, then what? That means if employee belongs to 10th department, if employee belongs to 10th department, if employee belongs to 10th department, then salary should be updated with how much? Okay. If employee belongs to 10th department, salary should be updated with how much? 10% increment. How to write 10% increment? Salary plus salary into 0.1. Say if department number equals to 10. If employee belongs to 10th department, salary should be updated with how much? 10% increment. Okay, then. When 20, then what? When 20. So if department is 20, sal should be incremented by 15%. How to write 15? Sal plus sal into 0.15. If department is 30, then sal plus sal into 0.2. Then else should be incremented by 5%. Sal into 0.05. Okay. Sal times 0.05. That's that. So what we are doing is updating the salary based on the conditions. Then, so here it goes to the table. select star, it goes to the table, see the table. Then, so this is the table. The first employee belongs to 20th. Then salary is incremented by 20th. If it is 20th, salary is incremented by 15%. So it is incremented by 15%. Okay. 120 plus 60, 180. So it is incremented by 180 around. Okay. Then 30. So 30%. 30% means salaries, sorry, department is 30 means salary is incremented by 20%. 276 plus 276, around 540 something. Okay. Then like this. Now let's run the query. Then you see. Then, so execute this. Then you see this. 14 rows affected. Okay, na? 14 rows affected. Then now see the table. See the table. Select star from what? Select star from EMP. See the table. Now. So 1399. Okay. Then 3317. So all these salaries are okay updated. Then now let's come to our example. Okay, let's come to our example. So what is this is? This is our example. Then, so this is our example. So here what it is showing is, then it is showing 3, 2, 1 like this. But I don't want to show 3, 2, 1. Instead of showing 3, I want to show grand total. Instead of showing 2, I want to show the job subtotal. If it is 1, 1 means department subtotal. Instead of showing 1, I want to show department subtotal. Okay, then. So then, now, how? Use what? Use case statement. Okay. See, case, grouping ID returns 1. Grouping ID value equal to 1. If grouping ID equal to 1, what is the meaning? Grouping ID value is 1 means what do you want to display? So if grouping ID equals to 1 means I want to show department subtotal. Grouping ID value is 2, then job subtotal. Grouping ID value 3, then grand total. Okay, then that's and as subtotals. So grouping ID value is 3, here 3, then it will show grand total. Here it is 2, then show job subtotal. Here it is 1, then show department subtotal. Then you see that. Now it is showing grand total, subtotal, job subtotal, department subtotal like this. Okay. That's right. So this is the query, and the query will display the data like this. Okay, na? Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then. Then. But in our examples, what case statement we use it? So all these examples of what? all these examples of simple case. Okay. You see that in all these examples, conditions based on equal to operator, job equal to clerk, job equal to salesman, department equals to 10, department equals to 20. So in this conditions based on equal to, when conditions based on equal to, then use simple case. But sometimes conditions not based on equal to, sometimes conditions based on greater than, less than. When conditions not based on equal to, then use settled case. Then so what? Settled case. Then use settled case when conditions not based on equal to operator. Okay. Conditions not based on equal to operator. Then maybe based on greater than, less than, like that. Then how to use, what is the syntax is case when condition 1, then return expression 1. When condition 3, then return expression. So return expression. So on, like this. Else what? Return expression. Every case statement ends with what? End. Okay. So what is the difference here? This is simple case. Yeah. So this is the simple case syntax. In simple case, case contains expression, but here case doesn't contain expression. Here when contains value, here when contains condition. In simple case, here you write value, but here you write condition. Okay, na? So that is the difference. See, like 3000. What is 3000 is? 3000 is value. Salary greater than 3000 is condition. If you write 3000, it is value. Salary greater than 3000 is condition. So here you write conditions. Here you write values. Okay, then. So use this syntax when conditions based on equal to. Use this syntax when conditions not based on equal to. Okay, then. Now, let's see, suppose, for example, I want to display name, salary range. I want to show the name, salary range. Then, but sal range is not there in the table. The sal range is not there in the table. Okay. So the sal range is based on conditions. If salary greater than 3000, I want to display, suppose I said, if salary less than 3000, I want to display low sal. Otherwise, I want to display average sal, something like this. If it is greater than 3000, I want to show high sal. Less than 3000, I want to show low sal. Then, if it is equal to 3000, I want to show average sal. So if you see this, here conditions based on what? Greater than, less than. So then use search. Then how to write the query? Select in a salary plus next one, salary range. But salary range is not there in the table. So we have to find out. But the salary range is based on these conditions. Then use what? Case statement. Case what? When sal greater than 3000. Then what do you want to show? I sal. Okay. When salary less than 3000. Then low sal. Next one. Else what? Average sal. And every case statement ends with what? End. As average sal. sal range from EMP. Okay, now, so let's see what is the first one. Okay, here also it go to one by one. Now see the table, select SAR from EMP. So what is the first employee salary? 1399. 1399. So is 1399 is greater than 3000? No. Less than 3000? Yes. Returns what? Low sal. Next one, 3317. So is greater than 3000? Yes. Returns what? High sal. Then. Okay. Now. So let's execute this. You see that. Low sal, high sal, low sal, high sal, low sal, like this. Then. So displaying the values based on what? Conditions. Then. Okay. Now, suppose if you want another one, suppose for example, there is a table, student table, student number, student name. Suppose subject 1, marks, subject 2, subject 3, then marks 80, 90, 70, student 2B 30, 60, 50. Then, so the table is given. From this table, what they want to show? They want to show number, total, average, results. They want to show the student number, total, average, results. Okay. Then, so what table contains? The actual table contains individual subject marks. But what they want to see in the output, they want to see total, average, results. Then, so what? Select student number. Student number. Next one. Total. How to calculate the total? How to calculate the total?
Count. Yes, sum count.
S1 plus S2 plus S3. So how to calculate the total? S1 plus S2 plus S3. Then as total. Next one. Average. How to calculate the average? S1 plus S2 plus S3 by 3 as average. Okay, then. So this gives total marks. This gives average. Then what is the next one? Result. What the result is? Pass fail. So here I want to show pass or fail. But result is based on individual subject marks. Pass and fail. I want to show pass or fail. Pass and fail is based on conditions. Okay. Pass and fail is based on condition. Some so-and-so condition is true, pass, otherwise fail. So it is based on condition. Then use case statement for result. Okay. Then. So what is the condition? What is the condition for pass? You should get pass marks in all the subjects. Let us say pass mark is 40. Pass mark is 40. So you should get pass marks in all the 3 subjects. Then only his result is pass. Then use case statement. Case. But here conditions not based on equal to. Conditions based on greater than, less than. So use searched case. Then when S1 greater than or equals to 40 and S2 greater than or equals to 40 and S3 greater than or equals to 40. If you get pass marks in all the 3 subjects, to be pass, you should get pass marks in all the 3 subjects. Then his result is pass. Then pass. Else result is fail. Then every case statement ends with what? And as a result from student. Okay. So if we get pass marks in all the three subjects, his result is pass, otherwise fail. So it go to the first one. Calculate the total. Calculate the total. 80 plus 90 plus 70, 240. Average. So 80 plus 90 plus 70 by 3, 240 by 3, 80. Then next case is executed. Is S1 greater than 40? Yes. S2 greater than 40? Yes. S3 greater than 40? Yes. So all the three conditions true. Then what case statement returns pass? Next, go to the second row. From the second row, so return student number, that is 2. Calculate the total. 30 plus 60 plus 50, 140. 140 by 3. 140 by 3, 46 point something. And case is executed. So is S1 greater than 35, 40? No. First condition false. If first condition false, the total expression returns false because all these conditions are combined with end. If one condition is false, the total expression returns false. Then here condition false. When condition false, then go to the else. Returns what? Fail. So the student returns fail. That's that. Understood? Yeah. So select start from student. Table is there. Yes. Now run the query. Execute the query. Okay. Then execute the query. But same query. But here what? Instead of MPC, we have taken S1, S2, S3. Then. So rename it. What? Student dot M to S1. So rename this. Just I'm renaming the field names. P S2. So C S3. S3. That's it. Now see the table. Select start from student table. Select start from student. You see that S1, S2, S3. Okay. Let us update one subject marks to update student. Just for example, set S1 equal to 30, where student what ID equal to 3. Student ID subject 1 marks updated with 30. Then now see the table. Select start from student. Select start from student. See the table. Yes. Now run this query. Then so first student pass, second student pass, third one fail, fourth one pass. Now let's see. Run this here. Then where is question mark? Near. Then line 1 now. Select. So over the table, select start from student. Student ID, like the not number, field name is student ID. That. Sorry, S3 what?